There is huge excitement and a deep interest in India at present over a locally launched messaging app. The name of that application is Arattai, which is a Tamil word meaning casual talk. Even union ministers in India are talking about this application. The nationalist groups are especially excited about a made in India product. They are optimistic about its future. But will this optimism or excitement sustain? There are people who think otherwise also. Some feel that this application is also going to share the fate of a couple of applications locally made in India and launched earlier. One of that applications was Coup. That was a social media platform similar to X platform that failed. Again, there was another application, a messaging application named Hack, that had also failed. We don't know exactly what happened to those applications. I'm not an expert but as a user, I feel there could be certain issues. Perhaps this application launched by a bigger company, of course, a Soho is a well-known company, and they have got good asset base also. So I think they will be able to sustain in the coming days. Let's take a closer look into what happened to applications Coup and Hack, and what could be the reasons, and how this application Arattai is going to fare in the coming days. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. So let's start with the two applications named Coup and Hack. As I said, Coup was a social media platform similar to X. Then the other one, Hack, was a messaging app. But those two failed. I will go to that later, but let me say a few words about the Arattai also, and then we will go deeper. Arattai, I think that it was launched way back 3 4 years ago, but it became popular only at present. I cannot understand the reason as to why it didn't attract attention of people earlier, and all on a sudden why it is attracting. Perhaps I think some of the union ministers, BJP leaders, speaking about this application could be one of the reasons why all on a sudden the interest in this application. And again, I think there is another factor. Now, there is a visible anger in India against United States. So those applications headquartered or launched from the United States, like WhatsApp, which is owned, I think it's owned by Meta, then about X platform. So this, I think, has reinvigorating a love for local applications. So that could be one feeling, the rise of nationalism or the visible anger against United States and their products after Trump, slapped huge taxes on Indian products. This could be one of the reasons. Then there could be another reasons or other reasons also, because I think Soho, the company that launched the application, is a well respected name in India. Especially its owner Sridhar Vembu is a very popular figure on social media platform, especially X platform. That's irony, because he gained his popularity by using this American applications, and now he has become a competitor to them. So anyway, that is business. So this could be, I think this is one reason why people have some amount of optimism in this application. And when compared to previous applications, because of the backup of a company like Soho, they don't have any debt, unlike the companies that launched previous applications. I feel especially I have read about the application coup, because they had raised funds from many companies. So it's not like that. The Soho companies, unlike other companies, they don't need to raise funds. They are flush with funds. They have got enough money. So that way, I think this application could be safer. They can survive more. Then I feel that there are other positives and negatives being said about this application. Some reports say this Arattai has got certain features which even WhatsApp lacks nowadays. So if that's true, I think that's a huge attraction. Then there is another issue is also being pointed out. There is no end-to-end encryption, or if there is end-to-end encryption, that is not default. So this is one of the criticisms being raised against Arattai. But I feel that this application, since it has become so much popular, some reports say uh, they top the charts of many app stores nowadays, and the downloads are much more than even WhatsApp. But we need to think that WhatsApp has got 500 million users in India. So that's a big number. That is 50 crores. India has got a population of 140 plus crores. It's almost like that, almost, 35% of people in India are using WhatsApp. So to replace that, I think Aratai will have to work very hard. When it comes to users, what I feel is that there are a few groups which are very active on social media platforms, messaging platforms. These are organized groups in India. So, what I am trying to tell is marketing of the application. That is going to be important for Zoho company. So, now I told you about the organized groups that use these applications for messaging. If Zoho company gets into some level of tie-ups with these organized groups, for example, political parties, they have their own WhatsApp groups. So in every district they have got coordinators. There will be state-wide coordinators, especially when it comes to polls. These political parties are in the forefront of using messaging apps. So I think that's important. Then there are religious groups in India, spiritual groups in India. Again, there are disciples of certain spiritual leaders. They all together constitute big numbers. So here I feel is that if you can break into that type of groups, that is going to give some energy to sustain such applications. So this is an important thing. This is my feeling. Earlier, when coup was there, unfortunately they failed to get on board Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, who have a huge fan base in India, and there are big influencers in India. For example, people who participate in media, in talks in mainstream media. There are some journalists who are very popular. There are film stars who are very popular. I think this social media platform, I think Coup failed to attract such big time influencers in India earlier. That could be one of the main reasons. Then the same goes for, I think, in a different way, goes for this messaging application also. So you have got fan clubs of film stars. So India is a much more politically organized country, unlike the Western world. So if you can strike relationships with these groups, that's going to work wonders. This is what I feel. So marketing plays a lot of importance. When you talk about features, when you talk about encrypted end-to-end encryption, As a layman and as an ordinary user, I don't think every Tom, Dick, and Harry or every ordinary peasant who uses this application is bothered about such nuances. Instead of that, he just checks whether his friends are there, or whether this there are groups in which he can join. So these are areas, I think it is some kind of social pressure or social friendships, rather than any knowledge about its encrypted nature, its safety features. Of course, if you have that, that is great. But at the same time, I don't think that that's a deciding factor in India. So I think rather it is marketing that plays a big role in deciding the popularity of applications in India. For example, if your friends are there, if there are people who actively, persuades people to join this, I think many people tend to join. Actually, Hike had a big number of users in India. They had 100 million users, which comes to 10 crore, and still they were forced to shut down. I don't know why. They earlier Ku was saying that they didn't get advertisement support also. I don't know whether that happened to the this hack also, which is a messaging app similar to Arattai. So, from as a layman, what I feel is that the applications, if they are to become popular, if they are to generate income, if they are to sustain, I think proper marketing of these applications is important in India. So somebody who knows about the society, somebody who has got influence among political parties, spiritual groups, farmers groups, then fan clubs of film stars, then among social influencers, among big media personalities. So all, if you have got a contact or a touch with such groups, that's going to do wonders. Otherwise, if you are not known, for example, I think I heard about Hike only now, even though they had 100 million users, and I'm active on social media. I heard about the Indian application Hike only recently. I feel that if somebody launches a YouTube like application in India, that's going to be a big success. People, when TikTok was banned in India, many people were actually unhappy, many were worried. So I feel nowadays it is videos are gaining more currency, more popularity. So perhaps an application that supports videos will work wonders. There is room for many applications, but you need to know about the country. You need to know about the society, how the society behaves. For example, sociologists need to be included in your team, not just marketing, like not just selling like fast moving consumer goods or food products. It's not like that. It's something different. So let's see how this application gains such knowledge, whether they will be able to use that for developing their business. See you later with more updates. Till then, goodbye.